I'm kind of freaking out right now, because I went on the dark web and of course I'm safe, but I've leaked classified information I wasn't supposed to. So, you guys all remember how back in the late 2000s, the you realize back in the 50s how the electricity was getting super advanced, like the electronics were getting super advanced. Well, in the 1947 was the Roswell, New Mexico.
I need you to understand something. The basis of this video is basically him talking about how the Canaanite bloodline, the people who run this governmental system, they basically trade in the divinity of so-called indigenous people for technology. That's what he's basically talking about.
UFO crash. Well, they uncovered two flying saucers. There was a total of 27 bodies from the classified report on the dark web, and all of them were dead. There was females, there was children, ETs, and everything. There was 5 survivors of ETs, extraterrestrials. There's one female ET, and one boy. The female one had 12 toes, 12 fingers, and I have the classified video, and it has big gash marks in its leg from the crash. And I shouldn't have stole this stuff, but I did. We need to know, and it's not right. And I gotta keep this quiet because I don't know what's gonna happen to me if I keep talking about this. But so the peak of the electronic era was in the 50s, and the crash of the most famous crash site was in 1947, as you know, Roswell, New Mexico, the UFO crash. Back in the 50s, President Eisenhower signed a treaty with an extraterrestrial civilization, and it was the ones that crashed into the UFO Roswell, New Mexico crash site. You may ask, how do I know this? How am I fucking correct, and why? If I'm crazy, I might be crazy from what I reckon. You would be too. I got on Tor browser, got on VPN, everything. Got on government classified files. I paid Bitcoin for them, and yeah, I did some stuff I'm not too proud of. I broke a fucking federal offense, but they're hiding fucking stuff and they're killing people. They're those kids that go missing. All the children that go missing are not kidnappings. I mean, small portion maybe. But from the classified files I read, there's a base in New Mexico, or Dulce, New Mexico, and it's underground. It spans 2 miles wide and 2 miles down. You may think that's impossible. They're studying on humans down there. I'm not fucking joking. Okay? I'm going crazy right now. I just read like hundreds of pages of classified information. And they're studying on humans that they abduct, and they're certain blood type, obviously, and most of them are either Native American or Hispanic. They're either darker skinned, and I hate to say that because I have a black girlfriend who may think I'm kind of racist. I'm not. That's fucking, it's weird. I don't know why, but there was a treaty that Eisenhower signed that said in the classified documents that the extraterrestrials that survived at Roswell said, if we can have 150,000 of your people, then you can have advanced technology from us. The peak of the technology era was in the 1950s. 1950s. That's like freaking Eisenhower's era. So this classified information I was reading on the dark web, there's a lot of fake stuff on the dark web, like fake classified information, but this stuff was too fucking real. This stuff I shouldn't have fucking seen, and there was stuff I have so much proof of underground bunker locations that stretches to this place called Roswell, New Mexico, to Dulce, to Los Alamos, to Montana, to like hundreds of different areas. They're all underground, and they're testing on people. I don't fucking know what. I seen some very fucking weird pictures I shouldn't have seen. I seen pictures of kids being tested on with people in hazmat suits in bunkers. I seen gas chambers. I don't know if they were flaming chambers or gas. I couldn't tell. But from what I know is most of the people that are going missing is indigenous, and you guys know that the government does nothing about it, right? Coincident or not, is my classified shit I found on the dark web true? I mean, think about it. Bob Lazar, because I'm a huge UFO guy, so that's why I find the information. Bob Lazar was saying back in the 80s that he worked at Area 51. Everybody thought he was a joke, but we didn't know what Area 51 is because we didn't know what it was. We wouldn't have knew what Area 51 was if it wasn't for him. Well, I got the fucking chills because he's the one that was saying that the UFOs, the extraterrestrial aircrafts have a crystal in the back of them, like a big crystal, and that's how they run, is off crystals. You may think I'm fucking whack, but I don't believe in that old fucking crystal shit, like that energy crystal shit, but I have no choice to now because I've seen some fucking photos I can't unsee, man. Look at that. I have chills on every single spot of my body. We have came in contact with extraterrestrials since 1947, and we're still in contact with them right now.
And those, when he's basically talking about those extraterrestrials, are basically your so-called Nephilim. And your Nephilim, that's why a lot of these sacrifices had to be made, because these Canaanites, they basically got to take these kids and give them to these draconian black nobility archons in order to have dominion, in order to have technology, in order to keep this three-dimensional illusion going. That is the sacrifice that they got to make to Moloch, who is Baal, who is Yahweh, who is Enlil.
Around in Dulce, New Mexico, they are cloning people. They are injecting kids, mostly darker skinned kids, black, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, like darker ascent people, and they are injecting them with different chemicals to see what would happen. And you some fucking photos I can't unsee, man. Look at that. I have chills on every single spot of my body. We have came in contact with extraterrestrials